4.38, fast as his brother, his twin brother, and he'll pop the shit out of you. I think he'll be fine in Seattle, and he'll be the pick that salvages Pete Carroll's job a couple extra years.
He's actually in the Kaepernick ad, and on that same note, man, it's just a great story, and it's a great story for anyone.
Was an All-American, a former 3-star recruit.
It's a great story for anyone who plays football.
And UCF is still undefeated, by the way.
And somebody tells you shouldn't play because you're not prototypical size or you don't have prototypical...
Or you only have one fucking hand.
Yeah, like, that's wild.
And then you line up and beat their ass anyway. Like, and now he has, like, at the Combine, he had... That's another thing I'm really happy for is, like, the advancement in technology for people who have, like, who are disabled and have, like, physical ailments. Like, I'm missing a fucking limb. Like, we have, like, apparatuses for them to lift weights like a normal person. Or a person who has, you know, all their appendages.
Wow. You really just said normal person.
Well, it's not normal.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. It's not normal to, like, not have your limbs. So, like, that's why the NFL kind of treated them like shit. That's why those teams... I feel like they treated Shaquem Griffin the same way they treated Maurice Hurst, which was fucked up. Oh, he has a heart ailment. He literally could die. Or he could not, and we could just manage it. Oh, so we're just going to hold his medical reports against him. Okay. Even though
that's how the league works.
Even though he went to fucking a Harvard doctor and they cleared him. But all right. It's the same thing. Like, they hold things against you. He should have been a much higher draft pick. But, hey, I'm glad that he's going to do his thing and take a dump all over every team that didn't draft him.
Also,
to make people pay.
Also in Seattle, we already kind of alluded to it earlier, Earl Thomas ended his holdout. And, well, the Dallas Cowboys also anteed up a second-round pick in this upcoming draft for him. Seahawks turned it down. You got a take or a tangent on all this?
Cowboys should just give him a first-round pick because, let's be honest, they haven't
He's
really
29, though.
It's a first-round pick worthy. He could play like another 2-3 years.
My tangent on this is he posted a picture of him, and he was like, I think you talked about it before. If you end your holdout, you're just gonna walk around petty as fuck, letting everyone know you're still trying to get paid. That's pretty much what he did. He posted a photo saying the disrespect has been noticed. That was it. And that's pretty much all you need to say. Just show up and ball out.
I'd be petty as hell. Every step of the way, I'd be kicking over shit. I'd be pissing in coaches' Gatorade bottles. Oh, yeah. I'd be doing all types of shit to Pete Carroll's office. And just look him in the face like I didn't do it. It wasn't me.
All right, and
they cut their punter too, John Ryan. He was like their longest tenured member of the team.
And the last one I wanted to get to, Arizona.
Again?
David, yeah, no, weird. David Johnson, your boy.
I'm gonna really need you to refrain from calling people my boy.
Ended his vegan diet. He said he felt great on the diet. He felt way more energetic. He felt way better, but he was just losing too much weight, especially as a running back.
It kind of
couldn't take the pounding.
Pause. You kind of have to be a vegan after you play. Shout out to Derek Morgan. His wife is a chef, a vegan chef, and he stayed in perfect shape. He's been in the league for almost 10 years. I was shocked to find that out because at first I thought he was a bust coming out of Georgia Tech, but he's managed to stick around. And I decided he'd be better in a 4-3 defense, but he's doing his thing as a 3-4 outside linebacker. Him and Brian Orakpo have kind of underachieved, but they're still pretty solid veterans. Even though, what's his name, Harold Landry out of Boston College has been given rave reviews this preseason. Another guy the Raiders passed on. At least had you drafted Harold Landry, it would have made some fucking sense had you traded Khalil Mack. Stupid bitches.
Well, Arden Key.
Oh yeah. Let me get Alden Smith with a little bit less talent and almost the same amount of problems, but as a rookie, and give him the same number. We'll help guide him. Okay. Even him, he had like the slapping his face emoji on Twitter after he realized Khalil got traded. He's like, "Fuck, I'm not ready." Even he knew. Bruce Irvin was like, "What the fuck?" I'm not just cursing for the sake of it. It's what they said.
Even though you would,
I would.
I think it's just interesting because we've been seeing this whole trend of athletes move to the vegan lifestyle, and now to see someone
a punter or receiver
move back, it's pretty interesting. But I understand what he's saying because
I think linemen should do it just for their health. Like Joe Thomas,
you might lose too much weight though.
There's no sense losing too much weight when you've been 300 pounds most of your.
I mean, afterwards, yeah, for sure.
No, for like Joe Thomas, he's
like
also
we should probably go vegan.
Vegan? You said vegan.
We should probably do it.
If you know vegan rhymes,
but that
right?
means no shakes.
Bacon. You can have a vegan shake. You have a vegetable shake. Get some celery. Get some celery. Get some mango. Get some cayenne pepper. It actually lowers your blood pressure. It's actually really delicious. Mango makes everything taste better. I was eating mango off the mic. You just didn't know. That's how much of a smooth professional I am.
All right, and do you want to get to college football real quick before we close it out? Or you can talk about your fantasy team since that's been on your mind.
I'm going to do both, but can I get a drop first?
What do you want?
I need to reset the mood real quick. Not that one, but I'll take that. Congratulations, Nick Saban. You proved to everyone that you're a mealy-mouthed little bitch. When you went off on that on Maria Taylor, African Queen, when you went off on Maria Taylor for pretty much asking and doing her job about thanks, Pete. Asking about whether or not Jalen Hurts is going to start over Tua. And we all know Tua should be the starter. He went 12 for 16, a bunch of yards, touchdowns.
Oh, my God. After you've been talking about Hurts, you've literally had a Hurts segment all week, and now you're going to say Tua should start? Are you fucking kidding me?
No, what are you fucking
kidding? You've been talking about Hurts every single week. Are you kidding me?
No, I said he should transfer. And he should.
Man, I need to hear this shit. Reset the mood.
Really? This shit might get taken down. Outstanding really does work. Like I'm mad that you're hitting the table off beat. Like, how the fuck are you off beat? You're trash, beat. This motherfucker is off beat to outstanding. Hitting on a 1 and 3. What the? You like a retarded Sesame Street character? What's wrong with you?
All right, I'm gonna pause this before you get sued. Yeah, shout out to the Bum Podcast.
I'm really mad that you fucking clapped off beat to outstanding. Need your ass beat for that.
It's because I started at like 2 seconds.
No. Don't give me that shit. I started
off at all.
I'm black. I immediately feel the vibe when Charlie Wilson comes on. Outstanding comes on. You know what pocket you need to get into. Don't give me that shit. You just have no rhythm. You just have no rhythm.
No, it's not true.
Yeah, okay. It's
not what your girl
You clapped on a 1 and 3. Really? You just admitted to cheating on a hypothetical girlfriend that I don't have? With your current... What? You're stupid. Stop talking. Stop talking. This is terrible.
All right, finish your fucking retraction on everything you've been saying all offseason about how great
Jalen Hurts should have really just left. I don't know why you thought you were going to win the job, and I wouldn't be surprised if Saban just uses up his eligibility and burns him after 4 games so he can't transfer. Because he'll be a grad transfer, so if he leaves, he gets 2 years. But if he appears in more than 4 games, he loses a year. And honestly, I don't know why he waited this late. He should have just transferred.
Saban said he's used 2 quarterbacks in the past before, so.
But it's dumb. Like, you're clearly not the guy. And Tua is a much better passer.
Oh my God.
Always has been. Jalen Hurts is like a guy.
That's not what you've been saying.
Yes, it has.
You've been pumping up Hurts all offseason.
No, I said Tua's only had 30 minutes of football. But realistically, when I watched him shit on Louisville's defense, I was like, oh, yeah, he's the guy. And that's the guy. Heard. He did the same thing.
You got no shame. At least you can admit where you're wrong.
He did the same thing in like 2 quarters of football against Louisville that he did in the national title game. I'm like, bruh, Heard, why would you stay? you're stupid. I would have went down to FIU. I would have went down to Florida International, took that ass whooping from Oklahoma, but at least I'd be tearing up the Sun Belt. No, instead you're just going to be a backup QB at, like, how many championship rings can you win that you didn't really help win? Like, you should have left. Alabama has that quarterback problem or whatever. But I just want to touch on some things. Shout out to JT Daniels, the freshman quarterback out of USC who was a junior at Mater Dei and declared a year early. Let's just put this in perspective.
Who was boo-boo for 3 quarters?
Against UNLV, but I mean, he's literally like technically a junior in high school, and his senior year is his freshman year of college. He's literally a year ahead of all these other guys.
Probably pulling 23-year-olds.
Nah, first off, I have a personal beef with BYU football, but I already touched on that on Twitter.
And what about Kansas?
Kansas, honestly, one of the professors, I think it was a math professor, he said, we need to just get rid of the football program. They're terrible. They lost to Nicholls State, which is a D2 school. Nicholas State. Like, they're terrible. Kansas is so bad in football. And Chris Harris. And Dorrance Armstrong. I just want to know why, like, a team that's so bad but has such a great junior college program pipeline, like, they can't get none of those guys to just play at Kansas. Like, all those 5 stars that come out of Kansas junior colleges, and they're like, nope, we're getting out of here. Everybody else goes to trash-ass Kansas State, and Kansas is just terrible. But yeah, that professor said they should get rid of it. And Miami got their chain snatched and their shit pushed in against LSU. It was painful to watch. LSU beat the brakes off their ass. Like, beat the brakes off Miami.
What is the state of Florida college football right now?
Shitty.
Like, is Florida...
That's a drop, by the way.
Like, is Lane Kiffin, like, really the king of Florida football right now? Is UCF,
like it's USF and UCF. USF, Blake Barnett, who's been, like, in college for, like, 7 different teams. First he played at Alabama when they went against USC. Then he transferred to, I want to say, Arizona State. Didn't play. Transferred somewhere else. Didn't play. And then ended up at USF as a grad transfer. And he played really great.
Maybe Max Brown should take notes.
Yeah, but he should have transferred a year early. He lost to Sam Darnold. And Sam Darnold's now going to be the youngest quarterback to ever start for the Jets. The Jets are still shit, and they're still going to suck. But, I mean, hey, go ahead.
They might be all right.
Because of Sam Darnold. But I still think I wish he went to the better team. But, hey, good for the Jets. But anyway, Florida State, Virginia Tech. Oh, and by the way, shout out to Appalachian State almost beating Penn State in, like, triple overtime on the 11th anniversary of them beating Michigan in the Big House. Yeah, I said it.
Damn, that's been 11 years already?
Yep. My card was trash. And Jake Long, all he did was hold. But good for him for, like, his knee, and he can walk again. But, yeah, I said it years ago. Appalachian State, because they've, like, won a bunch of championships D2, and once they got up to D1, it took them a minute, but they're starting to get better recruits. Once they really get going, they're going to be a problem. Like, they could be almost like Houston. Like, they could just eventually, they'll probably be locked out of the ACC, but they're good. And they're almost beat a Penn State team. Like, they're almost always routinely beating really good teams, especially like the Big Ten. There's a running joke. They said the Big Ten should ban any team from playing Appalachian State because it's almost an automatic loss. And Appalachian State beating Michigan was considered the greatest upset of all time. But here, yeah, Florida State. When we're talking about Florida football, Florida State had some dope ass unis and a dope ass home game, and then they got their doors blown off by Virginia Tech, who came out like Debo and just straight up just slapped them like a bitch in front of their mother. Like, repeatedly. That's pretty much what they did to Florida State. Just slapped them like a bitch in front of their mother and dared their father to do something. And then kicked their little sister in the stomach. Like, that's pretty much what Virginia Tech did to Florida State, and it was embarrassing to watch. More embarrassing is, like, you know what? I might have to retract it. Maybe Willie Taggart is overrated. But what I do know is that Francois is good, but Florida State's offensive line is trash.
As always.
I'm saying, like, Nate, like, you don't go to Florida State for left tackles or right
or
tackles.
guard.